is a Briggs and Stratton motor, 3.5 horsepower. I'm unaware of its age. I'm guessing more than 10 years. It was given to me by my neighbour, who does yard cleanups and all sorts of stuff, and he finds things and pulls them apart and separates all the metals and sends them to scrap metal. But this thing kind of got my interest because it doesn't look as if it's been used at all. It's a horizontal shaft stationary engine, as you can see here, and I'm guessing that it's more than 10 years old, because I look at the newest Briggs motors and they're black in colour. So if anyone knows the history of these or what year they're made, yeah, they'd be good. Post some comments. The thing that interests me and why I say it looks new is because if you have a look here where the spark plug is, it's still got the red paint. So it's like when it was painted in the factory, they just paint over the spark plugs or something. I don't know, I'm just taking a guess. And you can see there, yeah, doesn't look like it's been used at all. There's a bit of surface rust on the shaft here. Yeah, and it does turn over when you pull it. I haven't started it yet. I'm gonna drop some fuel in the tank. Yeah, and we'll see what happens. And you can look inside here in the exhaust, and you can't see. I can't see any like as if it's ever been started. It's quite clean in there. Yeah, and the best thing is this. I can show you the inside. Oh, the fuel tank's not bad. Like, I know tanks, when you don't have anything in them, they start to rust. But this is pretty clean inside. Yeah, so I think it has had fuel in there. You can see stuff at the bottom. Okay, now this is the interesting part. So maybe it has been started before. This is the oil fill plug, and what intrigues me the most is that I'll put my finger in there and you can see the quality of the oil. It's not black or anything, you know, which indicates that this engine's still fairly new. It's got a bit of a golden colour to it, so I'm assuming it has been started. There's something looks like it's been unbolted there, so maybe it was hooked up to a pump or something. But yeah, if you look at that oil, that is just fantastic. Look at that. And yeah, I put some stuff for sale on eBay for my neighbour, because he's just got heaps of generators and things that he doesn't want. And I saw this little engine and I said, oh, no, I'll take it. And he gave it to me. So I scored a motor for nothing. And I'm thinking about chucking it in a little mini bike, like an old school mini bike, and we'll get this thing all going, and yeah, I'll chuck some fuel in it and see what happens, see if we can get it going. I'm about to fire it up, so I don't know what's going to happen. Hopefully it doesn't explode. Nah, it's only got a bit of gas in it, so we'll see what happens. Alright, let's see how she goes. Okay, I tried to fire it up, but no go. But I just decided to take the air cleaner off here and have a look at this. For something that's been sitting around for a long time. Look at this filter, brand new. Look at that, brand new. This thing has not been used at all. Definitely has not been used. Amazing, that is just amazing. I might put a bit of aerostart down there later to fire it up. If that doesn't work, then I'll take the carby out and clean it, because there might be something blocking it. Cool. Okay, I've taken the spark plug out here, and obviously it's the genuine one because it's still got the red paint on it, which is the same colour as the motor. Okay, and then it definitely has been fired up because you could see some black crud on there. Yeah, so I'll give it a bit of a clean. Put some aero start down the carby and see what happens. Cool. Okay, I took the spark plug out, gave it a clean, plugged it in, sat it on top of the motor, pulled the pull start and got plenty of spark. Haven't fired it up yet, but I just checked the choke and it wasn't working. Like, you'd pull this lever down here forward and back and it would stay in that position. Obviously that's not good. And down here, this little lever thing was popped way past this little cast bit here. But I've popped it back through and it seems to want to work now, which is good because then we can use the choke and not use the choke. Okay, next step, a bit of ether and we'll fire it up. See what happens. We'll get some of that stuff going in there. See what happens. Hey, so she runs on ether, but no fuel's getting up into the carby. So I'll take the carby out, give it a clean because it could be blocked. Obviously that's what happens when gas has been sitting in the tank for a while. Turns it to like a syrup, honey looking stuff, and it blocks up things. So I'll be back. Let's see what happens. I just decided to spray a bit more of this stuff down there and then try and bring the revs up a bit. Just choke off. Okay, carby's coming out. What I've done was clean the carby up, put it back together. We checked the spark plug for spark, that's all good. And the choke was jammed, so we fixed that. It's pretty much fired up with a bit of this stuff here, bit of ether, aero start. We seem to have got it going, so I'll turn it on so you can all see. It smoked a bit when we fired up, but like I said, I still think it's a new motor because the oil is still quite clean. Tell it's still new. still new. Runs good. Let's have a look. Get old Briggs and Stratton, mate. Bit smoky, but yeah. She runs awesome. Beautiful. Now that's going to go into a little mini bike. I'm going to see if we can try and find an old frame second hand on eBay, and we'll chuck this motor in with a go-kart clutch and a few other bits. Clean up that shaft as it's a bit rusted, and she'll be good to go. Oh, that's cool. We've got a motor to use now. Fire it up, buddy. Done. Running good now. That's it. Bloody brilliant. I'm happy.
Beautiful, beautiful.